Hi friends, our today's topic is prediction technique and we are focusing on timing of getting a new job. It is systemic method based on ongoing Mahadasha Lord and its sign. If you are new in Vedic Jyotish or astrology, then this concept is a little bit hard to understand. But if you are well aware about astrology and you know all the basic concepts, you know planets, ruling signs, houses and their planetary placement, you will understand this technique. And once you master this technique, you can time any event in the life. So we'll quickly go through the next slide where you will see there are many steps and how those steps will help you to understand this concept and then you can time this specific event. So steps to find out the possible time frame to get a job. First, you need to know which Mahadasha is currently ongoing. Once you know this Mahadasha and which Mahadasha and Mahadasha Lord, check whether that Mahadasha Lord is in conjunction with any other planet in D1 or D10. So for career, we usually check D10 chart. So example, if the person is going through Moon Mahadasha and is in conjunction with Mars, then consider person is going through Mars Mahadasha. Third step is to check if the planet owns one or two houses. As per above example, Mars rules two houses, Aries and Scorpio. Fourth step is determine which house is more powerful by planetary placements or aspects. Next step, treat that powerful house as a ascendant and check the planetary positions in the natal chart. Even you can check annual Tithi Pravesha chart and Tajika chart also. As per the above example, if we take Scorpio as ascendant, second house is Sagittarius, sixth house is Aries, and 10th house is Leo. And those Artha Trikona from the ascendant are very important. If the person is going through Antardasha of Jupiter, Mars, and Sun, then these spirits will help the person to get into new job. Karaka of the job is Saturn. When it influences the ascendant or ascendant lord, then person will get a new job. So always check which Mahadasha you are going through, whether that Mahadasha lord owns one house or two houses. Then the next step is check which house is more powerful by planetary placements or that house is receiving any aspects. So once you come up with the ascendant sign, then find out the 2, 6, 10 houses from that sign. If you are going through the Antardasha of the planets owning the next 2, 6, and 10 houses, then those time frames will help you to get into new job. So we'll go to the next slide where you will see the example chart number 1, where the person is going through the Moon Mahadasha. Now the current ongoing Mahadasha is Moon. Now if you see the D1 chart, Moon is not involved in any Paravirtana or not conjunct with any other planet in D1 and in D10. In D1, Moon is placed in the Leo sign, whereas in D10, Moon is placed in the Libra sign. So, Moon rules two houses, Cancer and Taurus. So, if you check the D1 chart, the Taurus receives aspect from three planets, whereas Cancer received aspect from only one planet, that is Jupiter. So, hence, take the Taurus as ascendant for current Mahadasha. From Taurus, treat Gemini, Libra, Aquarius from Artha Trikona, and their planets play important role in getting a new job. Native got the job in Moon Mahadasha and Ketu Antardasha. Here, Ketu is the seventh lord from Taurus, but Ketu here is placed in the sixth house along with sixth house lord. Person entered in the new job when Venus and Saturn entered in the Aquarius. Venus is the lord of Taurus and Libra, and Saturn is the lord of Capricorn and Aquarius. So native started a new job in January 2023. So we'll check the next slide. That's example chart number 2. And current Mahadasha, in this chart, the current Mahadasha is Jupiter. The current ongoing Mahadasha is Jupiter, and Antardasha is also Jupiter. Now, if you see in D1, Jupiter is alone and not involved in Parivartana in D1. However, it is conjunct with Moon in D10. Jupiter owns two houses here, Pisces and Sagittarius. Pisces receives aspect from two planets, hence powerful, and treat Pisces as the Lagna. Next step is in D10. Consider Moon Mahadasha is on. Interestingly, Cancer and Taurus getting influenced by three planets. But Jupiter is aspecting Cancer, and ongoing Mahadasha is Jupiter. Trait Cancer is the ascendant in D10. For Cancer ascendant in D10, Mars is the 10th house and 5th house lord placed in the first house, and it is a great Raj Yoga. Person got a job in the first week of Feb when Moon and Mars came together. Person started new job when Moon entered in the Aries in the month of April. So basically, uh, you need to know which Mahadasha that person is going through and check the second house, sixth house, and 10th house from that sign and the planets placed in those signs or owning the Artha Trikona signs will help person to get into new job. So we'll go through the next slide. That's example chart 3 and ongoing Dasha is also Jupiter. So here in this chart, native got a job in Jupiter period in 2024. Here, Jupiter is associated with Moon in D1. Moon is the lord of Taurus and Cancer. Taurus is getting influenced by three planets, whereas Cancer is getting influenced by two planets. Hence, consider Taurus is the ascendant sign. Artha Trikona for Taurus sign is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. In 2024, Jupiter has entered in Taurus sign, which is the lord of 8th and 11th. So it is likely that Jupiter won't give a result of career. Hence, it is essential to check D10. In D10, Jupiter Jupiter is connected with Mercury and Venus. Hence, consider native is going through Mercury period. Gemini is getting influenced by four planets, hence consider it is a ascendant and Mercury is associated with the 10th house Lord Jupiter. So trait that person is going through that Mercury is Mahadasha and Jupiter Antardasha. So that's why this Mercury Mahadasha and Jupiter Antardasha help that person to get into new job. So now, how to time? When is the possible time frame? You must have remembered that in 2024, Saturn was in Aquarius, and when that Moon um, came in contact with Taurus, person has got the new job, but it's a bit tricky, and this chart is a little bit hard to understand, but if you see in D1 chart, both Jupiter and Moon are placed in the 10th house. So if Jupiter is in 10th house and it is the ninth house lord and 12th house lord placed in the 10th. But now we are not considering Jupiter as a Mahadasha lord. We are considering Moon as a Mahadasha lord. Now, as we took that Taurus is the ascendant. So consider it as that second house lord has gone into 10th house. So that's a good combination to get a new job. So Moon and Jupiter are really great planets, benefic planets which are placed in the 10th house and 10th house. So it is possible that the person will able to get a good job, but as it is Jupiter is the 8th house lord and touching the second house, so a person wasn't expecting the person to get a new job. Just the person applied and suddenly she got a good job and she's happy and continuously doing that job. So we'll check the next chart. Here, chart number 4. Native got the job in the Mars Mahadasha and Jupiter Antardasha. So Native got the job in July 2014 when Mars Mahadasha was ongoing. Now, if you see this chart, in D1, Mars is placed in the Aries and receives aspect from Rahu. Only two planets are influencing Aries. However, Scorpio receives aspect from four planets, hence takes Scorpio as ascendant. From Scorpio, both Mars and Jupiter are the lords of Artha Trikona. Hmm. In D1, Mars is associated with Saturn and its own two houses, Capricorn and Aquarius. Here, Aquarius is strong and Jupiter is the second house lord placed in the sixth house. Hence, the Antardasha of Jupiter, uh, native got the job. Now, I always remember to get a new job, it is highly essential that ascendant lord should come in contact with Saturn because Saturn is the Karaka of job. So, in all those three or four charts which I have given, so when the person got a job, the Mahadasha Lord came in contact with Saturn. Even now, this as per Dharma Trikona, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the Artha Trikona lords for the jobs are for Aries, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So consider for Taurus there are two lords, Venus and Moon. For Virgo, it's Mercury and Rahu, and Capricorn, it's only one lord, Saturn. For Leo, those signs are the same, just the sequence will change. The second house will be Virgo. Next, Artha Trikona sign is Capricorn, and then Taurus. For Sagittarius, again the sequence will change. So whenever you're going through any specific Mahadasha, like suppose if you're going through Sun Mahadasha, and the most important house for Sun Mahadasha is Leo. And if take the 10th house Lord from Leo, it's a Venus. So it's just whenever a person is going through Sun Mahadasha and Antardasha of Venus is ongoing. So that's the excellent period to get a new job. Always check where Saturn is transiting. If suppose any in natal chart or in any annual Tithri Pravesha chart or a Tajaka chart, if that Venus is badly placed from the 10th house, consider that that year won't be good to find a new job. Even not only the 10th house, if you see second house lord is placed in the 6th, 8th, or 12th, you will find really hard to get a new job. Even the 6th house. So always check 2, 6, and 10th houses and their lords where they are placed. If they are placed in 6, 8, and 12, uh, it's hard to find a new job. So this is for Dharma Trikona, and the next is Artha Trikona. For Artha Trikona, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For Taurus, the second house sign is Gemini, then the sixth house sign is Libra, and 10th house sign is Aquarius. Now, just remember for Gemini, only one lord, that's Mercury. Libra, it's Venus, and for Aquarius, there are two lords, Saturn and Rahu. So, remember the sequence which we covered in the last slide. it's same applied to uh, Artha Trikona also. For Kama Trikona, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. For Gemini, the next second house is Cancer, sixth house is Scorpio, and uh, 10th house is Pisces. And the last slide, it's Moksha Trikona, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and Artha Trikona and Lords are Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So if you are going through Moon Mahadasha, Mangal Mahadasha, or Jupiter Mahadasha, always check where Sun, Jupiter, and Mars and their placement, where they are placed, how they are placed, and where their relationship with each with each other, like how Mars and Sun are placed, how Jupiter and Mangal are placed. So, but the tricky part in Moksha Trikona, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and uh, Artha Trikona, Cancer and Taurus. Like Moon owns both those two signs. So it's necessary, you'll have to determine which sign is more powerful. Now, suppose if you are going through Venus Mahadasha, then uh, always check Taurus and Libra and check which house is really strong. So once you understand the basic concept, the hard part is to come up with a specific influence on specific sign. Once you have once you determine the strength of each sign, treat that sign as the ascendant and check the second house lord, sixth house lord, 10th house lord, how they are placed, whether they are uh, mutually supporting each other, then it's great. That person will get a job. I hope this concept will show you some light to time a specific event. Check in your birth chart. If it's working, just let me know. Thank you.